Hello, Podfam, and hello, Rachel. How are you today?
Laura, I am a little bit stressed, but
Oh no. Oh no. It's only Monday. We can't be stressed.
see, the microphone saga continues, but we figured it out for the day, so it's all right. But
Yes. Yes.
it was very
So,
stressful.
if our listeners are listening to this right now, hopefully we've got this sorted out by the time this episode comes out, but it's been
hmm
a trial with
It has.
the past week's worth of recording. So,
Yeah.
hopefully everything sounds good. We are so happy that you guys are tuning in with us this evening. Yeah, it's
hmm
evening. It's evening.
Could be morning, could be day.
I know.
Depends when you're listening. I don't know.
Yeah, we hope you're having a great day, whatever time it is.
Exactly. Exactly. What are you having to drink this evening
Ah,
or morning?
in general, well, I'm having an Amaretto Rooibos.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, nice and smooth and mellow. I love it.
Delicious. Well, I'm having my everyday detox tea.
Always a classic for you.
It is.
That's got to be like one of your favorites.
It has nice hints of licorice, and you know that I'm like obsessed with licorice.
Oh, yes, I do know that.
Yes. So it's a good time. I really like it. And we had these sausages that needed to be cooked because we took them
Hmm.
out of the freezer like 4 days ago. So we were like, okay, I guess we're making like hot Italian sausage spaghetti this
Ooh,
evening,
nice.
which was delicious, but it's also 34 degrees. So,
Yeah. In your, oh,
yeah,
wait, you have air conditioning now, don't you?
we do, but we have to run it sparingly. Do you want to know
Uh,
why?
the cost by any chance?
That is part of it, but also the bunny is terrified of it.
Oh no, poor
I
guy.
I know. I turned it on earlier today and I was just like, "Okay, let's see how this goes." Because my boyfriend had been running it today, but I wasn't there. So I was like, "Oh, I want to see how it does. Like, does it actually cool down the room and stuff?" And the second I turned it on, he takes off running into his little hut.
Oh no.
I know. So yeah, he was really cute, but oh well. He'll have to get used to it. He got used to the vacuum, so I'm sure he'll get used to that.
He'll be fine. It's just a new toy, and I'm sure he'll find some relief on those hot summer days.
Exactly. See, the thing is he can run away, but I'm like, Benji, I really bought this for you. We'll say it was because of, my boyfriend, but no, it's for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. He just happens to work in your bedroom.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
communal space. He's just also benefiting from the cooler air.
Exactly. So, what are we going to be talking about tonight?
Oh, so today we're going back into the fitness realm. And I feel like it's almost June. It's going to be June when this episode comes out, and we're halfway through 2022. And does anyone remember all those New Year's resolutions that they set back in January?
No.
No, no, me neither. I don't even bother setting New Year's resolutions anymore because like I just try and like live my life year round. But I always feel like there's so many people who always set like these big lofty workout goals, and if they're reaching them, awesome, but so many people feel like they fall short. And we just kind of want to change the mindset on that tonight because there's so much that you can do that is just healthy living and being active in general. Maybe you're not hitting the gym like 4 days a week, 6 days a week, maybe not at all.
mm-hmm.
And we just kind of want to help you change your thinking and processing of this all if you are feeling bad about yourself or just feeling like kind of a failure or like you can't complete anything, because
Mm-hmm.
really that's not true, especially if we're looking at social media and expectations. We've been talking a lot about expectations this past few weeks, and we just want to kind of give you a little guidance and let you know that it's okay, and you can be active without doing
Mm-hmm.
100 crunches and 100 squats every day,
Exactly.
because like that's not realistic and that's not real life. What are your thoughts, Rachel?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I think what prompted this conversation is that both you and I have been working through some workout plans
Hmm.
lately. And I think that these feelings of like, oh, why can't I stick to something come up a lot in that realm. I have been doing the same 8-week program for about 12 weeks now.
I'm with you.
And yep, yep. So I think it's just more listening to your body. If you're having a week where like you're exhausted from work or you just want to go for a walk or something, listen.
Hmm.
That's totally fine because you know your body is telling you something, and forcing yourself through these workouts and okay, well, I have to get through week 7 because it's week 7. So I have to do these 5 workouts that I don't want to do. Your body really will just start to rebel,
Yeah.
and you're not going to get the result that you want, at least in my experience.
Yes, I love that you touched on that point where you're not going to get those results. And I feel like, just in terms of listening to your body, if you're doing a workout and you're halfway through and you still don't feel like it, like you're kind of
Mhm.
waiting for this to be over, I
Mhm.
think that's a message from your body, like literally from your body saying, you know what, maybe this isn't the day
Yeah.
for that. And I just kind of want to touch on where we are right now. So, Rachel, you had kind of said, doing the workout program, you're on the 8-week program, you're on week like 12 in calendar
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably the same. I'm doing the Whitney Simmons Alive app. I love it. Like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. But I had started it back in late winter, early spring. I
Mm.
wasn't outside doing a whole lot of stuff yet.
Mhm.
And I didn't really have places to go, and it still got dark earlier in the evening. So, when I did the first 4-week program, I think it took me 6 weeks
Yep.
to do, which is pretty good. Like, I only did it during the week. I did not work out on weekends. And then I started the 6-week program. I just reached week 4
Mhm.
today. I just finished week 3 and now I'm on to week 4. And
Love it.
I think I've been probably on it for, I don't know, 10 plus weeks.
Mhm.
And it's not like I have been doing it consistently, but like I don't work out Monday through Friday, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't want to do that. Like I do other things. I need some rest.
Mhm.
And then I had a week where like I just was not in a place
Yeah.
that I felt like working out. Like I really just needed a break. So I took about 2 weeks off, I
Mhm.
think. And, I'm just kind of getting back into it in the past few days. And like, if they feel like a little challenging, but I don't feel like I've lost any fitness at all. But mentally, I was just like, no, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this again. And I was excited. So that's kind of where you really need to just pay attention and be okay with stopping. If you need to stop, just stop.
Yeah.
Even last week, I was up north. I was riding my horses like pretty much every day.
Mhm.
So it would have been absolutely stupid of me to then do a gym workout
Oh yeah.
because I'm already worked. I'm already tired. Like my muscles
Mhm.
don't want to do anymore. So that's where I kind of like to remind myself that it's okay to break out of the program and maybe break out of those goals of like, okay, I want to work out 3 times a week. Well, you know what? I rode 2 horses almost every day. I think I'm good. I don't need to feel bad for not doing week 4 last week.
That really kind of was your week 4, to be honest.
That was you know what? I'm probably fitter just doing that than I was doing the
Mhm.
the app workout. Not gonna lie, that's what my body default is, and that's what it knows how to do. It responds
Yep.
well to riding horses. The workout is just kind of a bonus?
Oh, definitely. Like, a lot of the times when we want to take those breaks, our body is telling us to stop, or something is happening in life where we just don't mentally feel up for it. But also, something that's been happening for me more recently is like I have a family member who's back home visiting and he lives out of province and such. There's been times where where I was planning to go to the gym that day, but maybe we're going to have family dinner, or maybe we're going to go, like, I don't know, do something active. I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm going to go do this because that's real life. Like, that's the life that we should be outliving, is spending time with your loved ones and doing things that make you feel connected.
Mhm.
That if you're sacrificing those things just to tick off a star on your workout app or something, then you're missing out, you know?
Yeah, yeah, like you said it just there. You're missing out on your life,
Mhm.
right? Like
Mhm.
you can't be so consumed. And yes, there are people who love to work out and that is part of their social life and lifestyle. But I feel like for us like average people over here,
Yeah.
our lives don't revolve around going to the gym or doing a workout every night. That's going to take
Mm-hmm.
like an hour, hour and a half. You know, we have friends, we have activities that we love to do. We love to cook, we love to, watch a movie or a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with enjoying that. Okay?
No.
Like there's absolutely no reason that you should beat yourself up because you didn't turn on your app right after work.
And speaking of work, we have quite demanding jobs that sometimes we have to stay until 6:30 at night. I do not want to work out after that.
No. No, and
No.
especially like I've been going back into the office a day or two a week.
Mm-hmm.
And after I drive there, work, and then drive home, I'm thinking about, okay, what are we gonna do for dinner?
Mm-hmm.
And I just like really want to sit down and kind of not think about anything. A
Mm-hmm.
workout is the last thing on my mind.
Exactly. So let's kind of go back in time a bit
Okay.
here, just so that we can gain some perspective, I guess, as the two of us. When I don't even know which age group, but maybe like early 20s, and you would be doing some form of workout plan and you had to miss out on a week or 2 weeks, what would your headspace have been like then versus how are you practicing to hold your headspace now?
Then I would probably tell myself I fucking suck.
Yep.
I'm gonna lose my abs. I'm
Yep.
going to gain like, 5, 10 pounds in 1 week, which is stupid. That doesn't happen.
Literally makes no
Science does
sense.
not work that way.
No.
Um, yeah, and I was very much someone who would spend the whole day riding horses. Not okay, let me like I would work, I would go ride my horse, and then I would go work out. And I had some nights where like after I rode, and then I'd sneak some food in there
Mhm.
and I'd go to the gym and I'd be leaving the gym at 10 or 10:30 at night.
Let's preface this too. Like during this period of time, you and I would be riding together and we would maybe ride two horses a
Yeah.
night
Yeah.
before you would go to the gym. So you might even have ridden three.
Yeah, if I had time, I probably rode 2 or 3 horses. Like that's not uncommon, especially back in those days when I, had less responsibility.
Responsibility's a real bitch, but
Responsibility really killed me, killed my dreams.
fuck that responsibility.
I just want to be a barn rat, okay, guys?
Yeah, I understand. I understand you. So, how about now?
Now, I mean, I'll sometimes think about it being like, "Oh, I didn't move today. That probably wasn't great."
Mhm.
But instead of like beating myself up, I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna go for a walk around the park or, just kind of get my body moving a little bit. Like I'll
Mhm.
even, go to the grocery store, do a couple laps of the grocery store.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, okay, at least I stood up today
Mhm.
and walked around and got my legs moving. Perfect.
Mhm.
Way to go. you know?
Yep.
And I feel like I go through cycles, and I feel like we all do,
Mhm.
where it's an in between of like, all right, I'm really into this right now.
Yeah.
And then you lose interest.
Yep.
And then you get back into it. And then
Mhm.
you lose interest. Like it's just kind of this cycle. And before, I feel like you were the same, you beat yourself up for that when you were out of the cycle. But now I'm just looking at like, let's take the whole month and how a woman's body work. And we talk
Mhm.
about phases a lot. And I'm just like, man, why do I just want to lay in bed and eat chips and ice cream? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's why. And then I don't get mad at myself for that because I'm just like, you know what? Like my body is saying like it doesn't have energy right now. It just
No.
needs to rest. And I'm like, okay, body, you do that. We'll
Mhm.
we'll attack this next week.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at too, is really like I'm trying to look at it now as opposed to a personal failure, as in I didn't go to the gym even though I said I was going to. I'm trying to look at it more as a my body is telling me what it wants, and I owe it to my body to listen
Yes.
because I didn't listen for a long, long time. And to be honest, like the results I was getting when I wasn't listening were not what I wanted. Like, I was honestly kind of swollen. It was a bit weird. Like
Mm.
it just, my body never had time to heal.
Let's kind of define swollen more of like you were probably like so inflamed, right? Because
Yeah.
that's essentially what working out is. You are stretching and ripping the muscle tissue,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're supposed to rest
Yep.
so it comes back stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're continuously working the muscle, it
Mm-hmm.
never has a chance to heal. So that's why you then start experiencing like injuries and
Mm-hmm.
inflammation and just like,
Mm-hmm.
your hormones start kind of going crazy, your body just can't keep up, and that's when it starts to crash.
Exactly. I'm trying to shift my perspective from, exercise is to look a certain way. There's always times in my brain where I'm like, I'm doing it because I want to feel a certain way. A lot of the time, I am lying to myself. I will admit that. But I am working really hard now to actually experience that and treat my body just as a vessel that deserves to feel good. Like, I've been trying to wear like bike shorts when I go
Hmm.
to the gym, even though like it makes me feel a bit uncomfortable because I always used to be like, oh, well, my legs don't look good enough.
I can relate. I'm gonna stand there with
Yes.
you. Yes.
Yes. But I've been actually like trying to force myself to do it because I'm like, you know what? I look pretty good in these shorts and like it's freaking hot outside. My body
Yeah.
deserves to feel cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
So like that's kind of where I am, is more just like I don't have those little trip ups that I was having before where I would beat myself up if I wasn't exercising enough, because now I'm just like, okay, going to the gym today makes me feel good. I'm going to wear my cute bike shorts when I do it, and then the next week I'm like, not doing it and going to see my family feels better. All right, the body wants to go do that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where I'm sitting now. But yeah, like,
Mhm.
oh boy, like not even 2 years ago, let me tell you, I would have been really mad at myself and not very nice. So
Yeah.
glad that we've both made some progress.
we're we're getting there, right? And like, we're not perfect at this. Like there are still some days where I'm just like, I really should have done something.
Yes.
And then you kind of get into that mindset of like, oh, well, how do I look? And then you're like, I'm going to look in the mirror. And you're like, don't look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because you will find something to pick apart, even if you are totally like happy, with
Mhm.
how you look. You will find something,
Yeah.
guaranteed. And I think another caveat is also getting on the scale. Now, I personally don't own a scale. I haven't weighed myself since I was about like 15 years old.
Mhm.
So I just kind of guess on how much I weigh.
Mhm.
But I know for me, like I would probably find that detrimental. And I know people who really do struggle and like will weigh themselves multiple times a day.
Mhm.
And that's just a mindset that you don't want to get down. So if you're someone who does have a scale and you
Mhm.
find yourself on it a lot,
Mhm.
do yourself a favor and just throw it away.
Yes. And speaking of this as well, I think an important caveat we should make, because when we went shopping a month ago, I don't even know, a long time ago, feels like, um, we had to have those discussions with each other where, we decided to start going into stores that were more oriented for like mid 20s to mid 30s
Yes.
kind of people, like age range, not kind of people, age range, you know what I'm saying? Because we were going into these stores that we used to go to when we were like early 20s and teenagers. And we were like, wait, why don't I fit into this small anymore? And it's like,
Yeah. It's
because
just
you're
like,
not,
yeah,
it's like you're not supposed to. You're a 25-year-old woman.
I know. It's just like, it's not that you're really any different, but like
Hmm.
your proportions have changed
Yes.
a little bit. And yeah,
Hmm.
you're just not made for that cut of clothing anymore. And actually, just the other day, I was changing out my winter and summer clothes,
Hmm.
and I pulled out three pairs of shorts, and I
Hmm.
think they were from. There's a pair from Aerie, Forever 21, and I don't know, probably another Forever 21 or Zara.
Yep.
And I put them all on. I got two of the pairs on, and I was just like, and these were from, days when you just hang at the beach or the pool.
Yep.
I had a pair from when I was like serving, and then the other pair were like a jean short, and let's not even talk about jean shorts.
Mhm.
And I looked at them all and I'm just like, I don't feel like myself in
Mhm.
these. And I'm just like I don't feel like a 30-year-old woman who,
Yeah.
like, and it's not that I thought I looked bad in these shorts because I was honestly like, well, they fit, so like I could keep them. But I'm just like,
Mhm.
this doesn't match what I want to wear anymore.
You're like, "I feel like I am 21 and just left
Yeah.
college."
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, like I'm an adult now, like a well into my adult years now. I don't need to be wearing little teeny tiny shorts. Um,
No.
no, no, I'm like a mid thigh kind of girl now, you know? It's
Yes.
just getting older. My preference that has changed. And then the jean shorts didn't even fit over my ass. So
Hey, you know
I
what?
just stopped. I just stopped. I took them off and I just threw them right out because I was just like, nope, that's not happening.
The jean shorts are my personal hell on earth, so let's just pretend jean shorts don't exist.
No, no, I will probably never buy another pair of jean
No.
shorts. Like,
No. You know what? Are they even that good of a look?
no,
No.
no. No, I
No.
like more the canvas material or like a linen short. Linen shorts
Exactly.
are beautiful because they just hang
Yes.
perfectly and, they're not riding up anywhere, clinging to anything. That's how I like my shorts to fit now. So I
Yes.
got rid of any and all shorts that were doing any of those two things to me.
Excellent. I love to hear that. But yes, I think where I was going with that was just when you're buying clothes and stuff, buy clothes that fit you and make you feel good. Don't try to squeeze yourself into something because you're like, I should fit into this.
Mhm.
You know what? People fit into a variety of different sizes because female sizing makes no goddamn sense.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a whole other topic, but even between like the stores that we were going to,
Mhm.
we were anywhere from extra small to
Mhm.
medium
Yep.
or like a 2 to an 8. And
Yeah.
we're like, where, like, same body here, same
Mhm.
body. That's not changing. Yet
Yep.
we're like 6 different sizes apart.
You know those Aritzia shorts that I ordered online after that shopping trip?
Yes.
So I had to get them in a 6 because I could not fit into a 4.
Mhm.
Where in those shorts that I got at the other store that we went to, I was like a 3.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. I don't know. So, yeah, you know what? Let's just throw sizing out the window. Just find something you feel comfortable in.
That's
You
the main
know,
thing.
that's
That
the
is the main thing.
main. Yes. So, why don't we give some little tips to our listeners about just things that we can do to move our bodies that don't exactly include like going through a workout program on the weeks when we can't do it?
Yeah, I think my first tip is honestly just walk. Like,
Yeah.
walking is one of the best, most underrated
Mm,
fitness things that you can do. All right. It's what our bodies are designed for as human beings. And honestly, it's not like overly intensive, yet you can do it for a long time and not even notice.
mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say walking. If you don't feel like working out, go for a walk. Because honestly,
Yeah.
all winter, as you guys know, I walked on a treadmill.
Yes, you
and
did.
I would either read an ebook or listen to a podcast.
Precisely. Walks are great because you can put them into your workday. Because I know that we all kind of struggle with this, me included, but we should be taking a bit of a lunch break, everybody,
Yes.
and taking like a 15 to 30-minute walk if you can during your workday, especially when it's like, 12:30, 1 o'clock, so the sun is out. It's perfect. And then you also get a mental break as well.
Yeah, exactly. And so on that note, we're up in Canada. We only get sun for so long out of the year. And I'm now making a point to at least get out into the sun for 15 minutes a day.
Good.
And so, going for a walk around the block takes 15
Mm-hmm.
minutes for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm getting the vitamin D, I'm getting some fresh air and sunshine. And look at that. I got 15 minutes of walking in. So
Beautiful.
perfect. Perfect.
Beautiful. Well, I think my first one, it's kind of staying in the work realm, and I'm bringing this up because I'm really bad at doing it. If your desk has the ability to stand, use it. I feel like I need to use it more. I can really only do it for like, maybe 30 minutes at a time. but it just makes me feel like my body had to work a little bit as opposed to I just get in these weird little like curled up balls throughout the day when I'm in my
Same.
office chair. So it's nice just to like stand and be like, okay, let's actually stand properly with good posture.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things where you like consciously have to work on it. And then even as you're standing, if you want to do a couple calf raises,
Mhm. Mhm.
that's perfect.
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, if you have one, don't be like me and actually use it, guys. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, and I think with those, like, you just have to kind of start small because,
Mhm.
like, you are actually kind of tired
Yeah.
from having to stand and stand correctly.
Mhm.
So, you know, do it for a few minutes a day or periodically throughout the day, and then build yourself up to where you're standing for, I don't know, an hour a day. I don't really do. I don't know, you know, just so you're not sitting for like 8 hours
Yes.
consistently.
And try not to like stand just right on one hip because that really messes you up.
Exactly.
Yes. But what's your next one?
So my next tip would be just kind of think about your lifestyle in general and
Mhm.
pick things that you love to do and then recognize the movement within them and the activity
Mhm.
within them. So I know I'm kind of a weird one where like riding horses is like my activity and it's like a full body workout. But, let's say you love to garden. Well, that's a lot of manual labor, if you're
Mhm.
if you're digging, if you're raking, you're pushing a wheelbarrow, you're shoveling mulch. Like, holy crap, who needs a gym? Do
Exactly.
that, So I feel like, especially now, I'm seeing so many people getting their gardens ready, and I just hope that none of them are like, "Oh, I missed the gym today," but because I was
Mhm.
out in the garden. I'm like, "You already did it, okay? Like,
Yeah.
congratulations, you did it." Um, so yeah, that would be like my tip. Just think about what you love to do, and then think about how your body is moving because really, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You
Mhm.
move, you need to stretch and lift, and that's it, right?
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, my next one kind of runs off of that and, maybe it's a bit silly, but I like doing this, but like clean your house.
Yes. Oh my
You'll be
gosh.
fit
Do
after
you get
that.
okay, I don't know if this I get kind of sweaty.
I do too.
I'm like vacuuming, running up and down the stairs, washing windows, like
Mhm.
carrying the laundry. That is also a full workout.
Exactly. Our 22-year-old selves would be so proud of us right now. It's like, so my favorite workout is actually cleaning my bathroom.
Right?
So yeah, I think there's lots of things, honestly. Like really it's just finding something that you like doing. Walking is a
Mhm.
great one. If you want to do like maybe if you don't have time for a full workout, but you have 15 minutes to do yoga, that's great. You can do it in front of the TV at night. Don't feel pressured like you have to do a certain set type of movement, whether it is yoga or resistance training or Pilates or anything. Don't feel like you have to do that to feel like you moved your body because really
Mhm.
we move our bodies every day.
Yeah, like just to exist, we kind of need to move. So really it's our modern lifestyle where we're sitting at an office or sitting and watching TV,
Mhm.
um, that is causing us to not move as much as, our parents, grandparents, ancestors, we just, as a society, move less. And really, in the 1920s, how many people were going to the gym? How many
Uh,
people in the 1800s had a gym membership? I don't think
I
any.
don't know. Was like the
Yes,
commercial gym a thing?
I don't know. I'm sure there was some form of workout, but it definitely wasn't part of
Yeah.
the masses. And it was just because like they moved more in their day. So I think if you approach it that way, how can I move more? And honestly, like running errands
Mhm.
for like an afternoon, oh
Mhm.
man, if you're wearing a Fitbit, like you will probably get 10,000 steps, no problem.
That was me this Saturday. I was like, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, like I know I'm exhausted whenever I have to go run around and do a bunch of things or like, if we go to the mall or something, oh my God, I'm like, my legs are done after that. So, yeah, that just think of ways that you can move more. And even, my last tip would probably be, even if you are watching TV, what I used to do is like out of the commercial break, I would, sit and do some crunches or
Mhm.
like do a couple, I don't know, squats or maybe just jog on the spot, right? And I know a lot of things like don't have commercials now. So maybe like set a timer for like every 10 to 15 minutes, you do something for 3 minutes straight,
Mhm.
right? And there you go, you moved. So,
There you go.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Do you have any more tips, Rachel?
I don't think so. I think it really depends on who you are, and don't be so hard on yourself.
Exactly.
So, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or a rating on Spotify. It really helps out the show, so we would very much appreciate it. And if you would like to speak with us directly, you can reach us by email. Our email is teawithlaurarachele@gmail.com.
Yes, that is how you can talk to us. And we are also in the process of getting some new guests on the show. So
Mm-hmm.
if you feel like you want to come chat with us, we would love to have you. So just send us an email and tell us what you want to talk about. And with that, live like tea.
Live like tea.